Hello, presentations class. So, unfortunately, I am unwell today. I am sick, so I'm sorry about that, but I thought we could do this class on demand, which means I'm going to tell you some things to do basically for homework this week. Okay, right, so I have 3 things for you this week. Right, first of all, there's a model advice presentation for you to read. You can start thinking of ideas for your own advice presentation, and then there's another text about how to use a script or notes effectively in a presentation. Okay, so the files you need are on Canvas in the modules page, and it's these 2 files here in the Week 9 On Demand module. So I'm going to talk you through these now, and it should be clear enough, I think. Right, so advice and instructional presentation. This is actually going to be the last kind of presentation that you do, week 13 and week 14. Deliver a presentation giving advice to your classmates on a topic of your choice. Okay, it should be 4 to 5 minutes long, so a bit longer than presentations we've done so far. And the task for this week, read my script and start thinking of some ideas. I would like to see some ideas from you next week. You don't have to decide yet, but it's good to start thinking of ideas. So we're talking about the final presentation. It might seem a little bit early, but if I show you the calendar, so today is week 9. Your final presentations will be here after Christmas. But the 12th lesson here, 17th of December, I want this to be like a preparation class. So by the end of this class, week 12, I would like you to be nearly ready. So when you look at it this way, we only have 3 lessons before that week. So that's why we're doing it kind of early. Okay, so let me introduce the tasks then. So the model final presentation, how to make British friends. Let me show you that. Not that one. So, okay. So in the how to make British friends, document, you should be able to find my script. So this is about how to make friends. I'm giving advice on how to make friends with British people. It's an instructional or advice presentation, and the structure is pretty similar to what we've already done. So you'll have an introduction, 3 main points. First one there, second one here, and a final point there. And then a conclusion, a summary. Okay, so you can just read that and get familiar with the type of presentation, the genre of presentation that you need to do. Okay, and then the task is ideas. So I'll just change that, sorry. So ideas for your instructional presentation. So for this, you should think of some topics first that might be interesting. So I've put here hobbies again, could be interesting. something you read or study about, or another kind of area that you might be considered to be an expert in. And in this case, an expert compared to your classmates. So you need to think that you're teaching your classmates something. You're going to give them advice about something. So it should be something that you know about or are particularly interested in and want to study a little bit before making the presentation. So here's some examples. Football. I love football, so I could say how to enjoy the English Premier League. I love music, so how to get into British music. Sleeping, so I have a problem sleeping sometimes. Sometimes I find it difficult to sleep. So I could read about that, and then presentation could be about 3 habits to improve your sleep. Working out. I go to the gym at the moment quite often, so I could teach you how to get strong at the gym. And a few more here. How to survive as a foreigner in Japan. So I'm a foreigner in Japan. It can be difficult being a foreigner in Japan, so I could make a presentation about that. And also being a father, how to get your child to school on time. Please try and avoid using the same theme as your last 2 presentations. And don't just recycle the presentation you did before. I don't like that really. So the task then, start thinking of ideas. So try to think of interests or problems you have. And then if you can, think of a title. I'll ask you to show me next week. But it's not the final one. It doesn't have to be your final title. Just try and start thinking of ideas. Okay? And then actually this page, you can just ignore this page. You don't need to look at this page. So then the second thing to do is read how to use a script effectively in a presentation. Just read that. So like I said, the next presentation is going to be a bit longer. So it might be more difficult. Some of you, I think most of you actually were using notes or a script of some kind. So you need to think how to use the script more effectively. So on this document is like a list of advice. For example, read, look up, present, highlight key points in the script, practice, and so on. So just read that and keep it, because it'll help you when you get closer to your final presentation. Okay, so in summary, I'll go back to here. On-demand task for this week: read my model advice presentation, start thinking of ideas for your own, and read about how to use a script or notes effectively. Okay, sorry I couldn't come today. I'm not feeling very well today, so I'll see you next week.